everyone! Thank you so much for participating in Science National Honor Society's Science Night. Although it may look different this year, we have a lot of fun and entertaining activities that will educate you on all things science. My friends and I are here to tell you about anatomy. Anatomy is a branch of science that focuses on the structure of humans, animals, and other living things. Anatomy is so cool because it is able to tell us about the structure, organization, and function of different parts of the body. Today, we will be looking at the human body and focusing on the different muscle groups. The upper part of the front of the body contains many major muscles that help us complete everyday tasks that are crucial to survival. Each and every one of them has their own function but work towards a common goal together of helping us humans. To begin, we will start at the top of the body, the neck. Muscles in your neck help stabilize and move your head. They can also be used to make facial expressions and funny faces. The first muscle that sits at the front of the neck is called the platysma. This muscle extends from your chest and falls over the collarbone and ends at your jaw. If you make a sad, scared, or surprised face, you will be using your platysma. Under the platysma is the sternomatoclasmoid muscle, which is located at the side of your neck. This muscle helps flex the neck and rotate your head up and side to side. It stretches from behind your ear to the center of your chest. Moving to the next section of the human body is the trapezius, or better known as the traps. These muscles allow you to perform certain tasks like shrugging your shoulders, moving your head, and pulling your shoulders back. This muscle is divided into three parts: the upper, the middle, and the lower fibers. Moving on, we have the muscles in your shoulder. The muscles in your shoulder help us complete so many everyday tasks and allow us to have such a wide range of motion and give us protection. They also help keep everything in our body in the right place. Although the shoulder has a large amount of muscles that helps carry out its function, we are going to discuss the main muscle groups, the rotator cuff muscles. This muscle group can be broken down into four muscles: the supraspinatus, the infraspinatus, the teres minor, and the subscapularis. All of these muscles work together to stabilize the joint and balance movement in your shoulder. Moving on to the chest, scientifically known as the pectoral region, consists of four muscles, starting with the pectoris major. This helps you move your arms. The pectoralis minor helps move your shoulders and expand your rib cage. The third is the serratus anterior, which helps you move your shoulder blades located in your back. Finally, the subclavius helps you stabilize your collarbone and helps you move your arm. Additionally, we have the heart. Yes, your heart is a muscle. It is located to the left of the middle of your chest and is about the size of your fist. The heart is very special because it sends blood all around your body. This blood provides you with oxygen and nutrients it needs to carry away waste. Now we are going to be talking about your arms. Your upper arm contains three muscles: the bicep brachii, the brachialis, and the corabrachialis. Those are all part of the front of your body. The bicep brachii helps you flex your elbow. The brachialis function is also to help mobilize your elbow. And finally, the corabrachialis helps you flex your entire arm, starting at the shoulder. Finally, the last section of your upper body we are going to discuss is your forearm. Your forearm muscles are broken down into three categories: superficial, intermediate, and deep, which describes their location within your body. Superficial means closest to the skin or the surface of your arm. The superficial layer of your forearm consists of four muscles: the flexor carpi ulnaris, the palmaris longus, the flexor carpi radialis, and the pronator teres. These superficial layers help carry out functions within the forearm, such as allowing you to move your wrist. Intermediate refers to the middle of your arm. The intermediate layer of your forearm consists of just one muscle, the flexor digitorum superficialis. This muscle also helps move your wrist and helps with the movement of your fingers. Finally, the deep layer of the forearm consists of three muscles: the flexor pollicis longus, the flexor digitorum profundus, and the pronator quadratus. These muscles work together to flex your thumb. All of these muscles work together to help us humans complete everyday tasks. We will now be moving on to the upper back of the human body.
Along the back of the body, or the back of the coronal plane, you'll find around 7 major muscle groups, each with their own purpose and function. Below everything and directly next to the spine is the erector spinae. This muscle group runs from the bottom of the spine to the base of the skull and helps with spine movement. These help you stand up tall as well as help with moving the back. Next, in the upper back area, you'll find the rhomboid muscles. These are 2 muscles on each side of the spine that help hold onto the shoulder blade while moving it back and forth. The infraspinatus muscle is located lateral or to the side of the rhomboids. It attaches the top of your humerus, the top bone in your arm, to your shoulder, and both work together to help the arm and shoulder move and stay stable. Right below or inferior to the infraspinatus is the teres major and minor, which primarily help with moving your arm and shoulder out and away from the body. The teres major starts just below the armpit and stops at the top of the humerus. Along with the infraspinatus, the muscle keeps the head of the humerus in place where it joins with the shoulder blade. Above all these muscles sit the deltoids, or delts for short. The anterior, lateral, and posterior deltoids are 3 groups that make up this muscle and all assist with arm elevation. This major muscle group is also responsible for keeping the joints around the muscles moving smoothly. You can feel this muscle right at the rounded corner of your shoulder. Right on top of the back is the trapezius, another major muscle important for moving the shoulder blades as well as extending the head and neck. You can feel this muscle move by nodding your head up and down. Last is the latissimus dorsi, the largest muscle of the upper body. It functions to stabilize your back while extending your shoulders. Strong lats help you use your arms to pull your body weight up. These also help with breathing by holding up your rib cage as you inhale and then contract when you exhale.
On the front of the lower body, we have muscles in our thigh and muscles as part of our calf too. To begin with the thigh, the part of your leg above your knee, we have the quadriceps femoris containing the rectus femoris, the vastus lateralis, the vastus medialis, and the vastus intermedius. These muscles all work together around the middle of the thigh to make sure that the knee joint can function. If we didn't have these muscles, we wouldn't be able to walk, run, or jump. Next, we have the sartorius muscle, also known as the longest muscle in the human body, which wraps around the thigh in order to provide the ability to externally rotate your leg all the way around. After that, we have the tensor fascia lata, which stretches diagonally from the gluteal region to the knee and helps in extending and moving your leg side to side. The last muscle in this area is the articularis genus, which is located right above the kneecap. By having this, the movements become coordinated so that nothing gets out of place. Next, there are 5 major muscles in the calf, the lower part of the leg, that are important to learn about. First, there's the extensor digitorum longus, which gives ability to 4 of the 5 toes to wiggle and move. It is located a bit to the left behind the tibialis anterior, so it's a bit hidden, but it still gets its job done. But what about the big toe? I know. Next, the extensor hallucis longus finds its space in the middle of the calf, running vertically. Thanks to this muscle, a person is able to not only move their foot around, but also able to wiggle their big toe. Following, we have the peroneus tertius, located right above the ankle. This muscle ensures optimal movement in the ankle, and therefore covers any movement of the foot that wasn't covered before by the other muscles. Lastly is the tibialis anterior, which runs diagonally across the front of one's calf. This muscle, which connects to the ankle, allows for one to be able to move their foot up and down as well as from side to side.
Lastly, we have the back side of the lower body. First, we have the muscles with the nickname of glutes. Glutes are located in the part of your backside between your back and your legs, also known as your butt. The reason these muscles are nicknamed the glutes are because their muscle group is called gluteal muscles and are made of 3 different muscles: the gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, and the gluteus minimus. These muscles all help with all different kinds of movement, like stabilizing and rotating our legs and hips. Next are the hamstrings, which are muscles in the back of your thigh, and their main job is to allow our knees to bend. There are 3 different parts of the hamstrings: the semimembranosus, the semitendinosus, and the biceps femoris. Next, deep inside the thighs is a muscle group called adductors, and inside that muscle group there are 5 different muscles that all work together to connect the thighs. Those 5 muscles are called the obturator externus, the adductor brevis, the adductor longus, adductor magnus, and the gracilis. You may notice that these overlap with some of the hamstring muscles, however they are deeper inside the thigh, so they are not in the same place. Further down the back of the leg is the calf. The calf is made up of 3 muscles. The main one is a very large muscle called the gastrocnemius, and it connects to your heel. It allows you to move your feet, ankles, and knees. Next is your soleus, which is a muscle that extends from the back of the knee all the way to the heel. It helps us to walk and stand. The last part of the calf is the plantaris. The plantaris is a very small, thin muscle, and 10% of people don't even have one. The plantaris muscle isn't very important because the gastrocnemius muscle that we learned about earlier does the same job, but better. Lastly, I'm going to tell you about the Achilles tendon. Although this is not a muscle, it is very important in connecting all of the calf muscles to the heel bone. The Achilles tendon is the part of the calf that makes it possible for us to run, jump, and do most other fun physical activities. Thank you for watching.